Yes. Good evening or afternoon or morning, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Rev Talk with Reverend Beverly and
Reverend Kim. And it is the day before Thanksgiving here in the Northern Hemisphere, or in the United States anyway.
correct.
So happy Thanksgiving to all. And actually, the angels were telling me kind of a no-brainer kind of thing is gratitude. You know, what the things we're grateful for in these interesting times. You know, the things that kind of make us smile, you know, and things we're grateful for. And as I was telling you a little bit earlier, because I was working, and I worked a little bit longer than, you know, I had kind of scheduled. And I'm sitting there, and of course there's a little part of my brain that's going, I don't want to be doing this anymore. And then the other part, the bigger part, thankfully, was like, you know what, I am very grateful that I actually have work, that I actually have a job, that I can, you know, pay my bills. And, you know, it's little things like that, but it's some kind of a big thing as well. And of course, obviously, I am grateful for you and our friendship. Oh my gosh, you have really helped me through some interesting times of
I'm
life.
honored. You know, it's funny because I was thinking about Thanksgiving, and I'm going to surprise the kids, and I'm going to ask them to tell us what they're grateful for.
Nice.
And it's amazing because we did it at one of my other friends' house, and you catch people off guard, and it starts out, well, I'm grateful for this food. Oh, I'm grateful because I'm here. Then as you go the rest of the way, they start asking their inner self what they're grateful for, and the answers change. So then the beginning ones want to change their answers. At least this is what happened last time I did it. So I'm interested to see what it'll happen this time.
That's cool. That's very cool.
There's so much to be grateful for, and so much not to let interfere with what's going on outside, because we're alive. We have food on our table.
Well, and I read, okay, so I think I told you about this book I read. It's the sequel or the second book from The Secret. It's called The Magic. And one of the exercises is to, every time as you're walking, every step you take, you say thank you. You don't have to say it out loud, but you can, because as you're walking and you're saying thank you, you can't split your brain and think of unhappy thoughts or you know, that if you're staying in that gratitude and the thank you. So that really has stuck with me. And I mean, I read this book, I don't know how many years ago. That was one of the ones that really stuck with me. And whenever I find myself just kind of being poopy, you know, I start doing thank you as I'm walking, or thank you as I'm doing something, anything small. Like today, there's this one intersection where it's very busy and I have to make a left-hand turn, you know, and all this traffic is coming and all this traffic. So I get to the stop sign, and I'm like looking and there's cars, and there's this big truck, and I'm like, if I time this right, I zip out, and you know, and he didn't have to slam on brakes or anything, but
okay.
you know, I zipped out, and I was like, thank you. So, you know, little things like that, or big things, depending on, you know, how close we've been. But it's that keeping ourselves in that mindset, I guess, of being grateful. And like you said, you know, when you start saying thank you for the spoon, and thank you for the food, and thank you for, it builds. And so does that energy, right? I mean, don't you think?
That's so true. The more you acknowledge something, the more it grows. Even if it's a bad thought, that's a good way to retrain your thinking, because, oh no, I don't have enough gas to get to the gas station. Oh no, well, no. Oh, thank you for the gas I have. I'll make it to the gas station. The whole process of your thought pattern changes. And that's what we're trying to do with gratitude.
Yes. Yes.
Exactly.
Exactly. You're absolutely right. And it's one of those things. Like, there are times when I'll stand outside, like first thing in the morning, like this morning, it was frosty. So the grass had frost and the sun was just coming up and it twinkled like diamonds, and I'm thinking, and here's one of those, oh my gosh, it just hit me. The angels were like, that's just for you. And I was like, oh, thank you. Thank you. And I'm thinking, wow, how amazing is that? That you notice that I noticed.
You noticed and they noticed you. It's
Yes.
a two-way street. So you know how we never think we're worthy enough.
Yes.
It shows you every person's worthy.
Oh, yes. Well, and like I said last time, there will never be another being throughout all time and space like you. And without you, the song of the universe is incomplete. And I think about that, and it's still kind of hard for me to think.
Grasp it,
Right.
to actually see the enormity of it.
Yes.
There's so much to that statement. That is so true.
And we are that powerful. We really are, if we allow ourselves. And that's the key as well, is to open ourselves up for that amazingness of who we truly are.
Well, I always remember, because I went to a Tony Robbins seminar.
Oh yeah.
Walking on coals and stuff. And he says, we could walk on water, but we doubt, we fear, we can't. But here, watch, we're going to walk on the coals. And people did. People, and didn't get burned. It was hot, and but they did it because they believed they could.
And that's true. Yes, that is amazing. And as soon as you were saying that, I'm thinking, oh, I would be stopping myself. I would be like, no, it's gonna burn my fingers. I would be the example of how not to be.
But then you see everybody in front of you doing it, and how they were staged there. They put something on their feet, and then he'd pull someone out of line and bring them in. So okay, I'm going to watch this. I never did it, but a lot of people did, and it's a whole process to learn to believe in yourself.
Well, and not only that, but don't you think also that there is power, and maybe I'm making an obvious statement here too, there is power in the collective of everybody.
Energy.
Yes, everybody is kind of ramping up that energy of positivity and belief, and so that even if you have like a little flash of it, there's so much energy that's positive that kind of dissipates with it. And the reason why I say it's kind of an obvious statement is, the power of prayer. You get all these people together, like prayer chains, and gathering in church and whatever gathering you have to pray, or whatever you want to call it. There is power in it. And so I think part of that also is opening up your heart to allow that energy to be a part of you and to add to it.
You're opening up to your true being, which is the energy from your soul, or whatever you want to call it, your spirit, your Holy Spirit, that you were given, and that is yours forever. And it's been hidden. And every time you do something along those lines, you're cracking it open and getting stronger and stronger to have the full energy of what you were meant to be. And every little glimpse and everything we do gratefully, or everything we do because we want to honor someone else, is just opening up more and more. And it just, I saw the lotus flower just as it's blooming. As the more you learn and the more you absorb and you feel, you become open to the goodness and the gratitude throughout the world, because it's there.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's there.
And as you do that, I also think the universe, the angels, they're all conspiring for us. So once you start to open up, they're like exponentially giving you energy of positivity, yes, saying, this is the right thing. This is, there you go. Yay. This is who you are and who you're meant to be. So we're going to help you in a huge way.
Yeah, it's like for every step forward, you go 2 back, but the next step forward, it just like explodes, but then it startles you and you step back. But it's just a momentum. You're going forward.
Yes.
You go so you can go forward faster.
Oh,
what the angels are doing, they're guiding us on our path and expanding it so we can just claim more and more of who we really are.
I love that. I love that. I think that's awesome. Yeah, I like that a lot. So in this time, and of course, you get into that whole, here we are in this, you get into this holiday season stress fest and forget that gratitude is a daily thing, is a moment thing, is a constant thing that you can do. It doesn't have to be right around this time. And yes, maybe the holiday is a trigger for us to be more mindful, which is good, of being grateful. Just one thank you to someone for whatever reason may make their whole day. You don't know. So it's, I love that idea of just being able to smile at someone, and maybe you've just made their day. You've opened up something for them that, they were down. You have no way of knowing. You smile to them, or you say thank you for whatever. And, that's kind of the cool thing. You don't have to be exalted by everybody in order to give that energy out to, anybody. It's free, and it comes back exponentially.
Yeah. It's so
huge dividends.
Yeah, it does. And I always remember when I used to walk every morning, Ray would always say hello to everybody. I go, Ray, they don't want to say it. And then I saw how it changed that person and how someone would stop and talk. Like nobody ever says hello anymore. We're always going. You're too busy to do everything. And so I got to start doing that too. And it is. And you find when you are in a crowd of people or a lot of people, even like at the farm, most people are looking down. Nobody's looking at your eye. Well, if you say hello or good morning, good afternoon, they immediately look up at you and they acknowledge that you're giving them, and they thank you and ask, say good morning back to you. So it does, it just grows and grows and grows. And once you do it, they're going to do it. If you've ever watched it in a crowd, then I watched the guy behind us walking. He was saying hello to everybody because we broke the ice. We got it going. And that's what we want to do. We want to be grateful to everybody and everything we come in contact with.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because here's the other thought that's been kind of niggling at me. We are all connected. So really, when you're when you're saying hello to somebody, you're saying hello to a part of yourself that you might not even know, because, there's billions and billions of aspects of us that we've never met in this lifetime, wandering around this planet, So when you share that energy with somebody, I think the gift is that you get that energy back, and
You need to give it.
right. So you've helped yourself by also, opening up and saying hello to somebody. I was not in a good place this morning. I will admit. My Thanksgiving is kind of fallen on its face, and that's all right. It was meant to be the way it is. And I thought to myself, once I got done with working, I was like, you know what? I'm going out to the farm. And I got myself excited for going out there. Oh my gosh. And they have the cutest pigs. Oh gosh, they just got two little piglets. They have two bigger pigs, but they got two little piglets. And so as I was leaving, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to go over, and talk to the pigs. So I went over. No, I didn't, no touchy, so I was just standing there, and I started to talk to one of the bigger ones and one of the little ones. They were kind of milling about and oinking and all that. And the next thing I know, in the back area, the other two come whipping through. They come running
They
up.
got food. What are you talking about?
I know. I was like, sorry guys, I got no food for you, but I was talking to them for a little while. So that just kind of, I was just like, that made me laugh and made me feel better. I'm like, that whole phrase, "this too shall pass," which, used to tee me off whenever somebody would say it. It's true, obviously. It's, nothing is really permanent here.
You changed your mindset.
I did. I changed. Yeah, I did. And I was, and I consciously did it too, because I was like, all right, you know what, tired of feeling yucky, and so let's turn this around. And I did. And so I'm able to just say, yeah, it's all good. Piggies are fine.
Why didn't you touch him, just out of curiosity?
Well, there's fencing there. I mean,
okay.
And they don't want you putting your fingers in there, and
They might, but yeah, liability.
right. And so it's just, they have signs, and that's okay. I was just standing there talking to them, but they're just, and they just look you right in the eye, which was like kind of amazing.
Well, they do. And they cock their head and they live.
Yes.
They're trying to, I can do that all day long.
I know. It was so much fun. It really was. So I thought, all right. So I'm grateful for the piggies.
I would be too. In fact, I was just thinking, I was wondering if that was a crow or a raven outside that comes every morning when I sweep the deck off. It's a raven.
I was gonna say it's probably
I looked up the caw covers and whatever. Yeah, it's a raven, and now he's taking roost a couple trees on the side of my house.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if he's eating some of the corn too, but
probably.
It's because I talk to him just like you talk to the piggies. I talk to my birds right now.
Oh, yeah.
Talk to the deer, but they're being very shy. The mom and the baby still come, and the moose comes, but they don't come when I can see them.
Right.
Well, bark.
That's all right. That's all right. They're there.
Yeah. Now I hear them.
I talk to my plants.
I do too.
Big one here. I always say good morning, everyone, when I come downstairs. Good morning, everyone.
Yeah, I do. I tell them, today I'm going to open the curtains. No, I'm not today. It's too cold outside. I'm going to keep you warm.
Well, my Christmas cactus are starting to bloom.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
I'm just like, well, aren't you guys just gorgeous today?
That's exactly right. I do that too.
It's that little, that little, just something. It doesn't have to be a grand gesture of gratitude. It doesn't have to be, huge, in scale. It can be something as simple as, saying good morning to the birds, or whatever. It's a matter of, we have that choice. That choice is ours to make, whether we're going to be in a better mood or whether we're going to be in a crappy mood.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that idea that we have that power.
There you go.
If you give that power away.
It's the mindset. Are we the picture or are we the frame?
Ooh, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
So the frame is everything going on around you that's
Right.
bugging you. Are we going to be the picture? Are we going to be the frame?
Oh, I like that a lot.
Or project what you want to be.
I like that. Because yes, the power is yours. The
Mm-hmm.
power is mine. We are that powerful to make that change, to make that difference in our own lives. And that's, I think, what we're supposed to be doing, is setting an example by living our lives to our most truthful or honest selves, or most, what do I want to say?
Well, you're being your authentic self. And when people see you, you are who you are, not who you want to be or want to be after someone else. You're your authentic self.
Yes.
And when you do that, it allows others to be their authentic self.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. Thank you for that. It's not, I'm not, words not coming right.
You're not listening. That's what they're saying. You listen. I do that all the time.
I know, I do. I do too. It's one of those, that was why it was so amazing this morning when, I was looking at the all the little frost and it's sparkling the way it was. And I mean, just like that, heard it. This is for you. Wow. I heard that.
That's, see, you took time and you were grateful and acknowledged all around you, and they just boom.
Yeah. And it is true. It is true. You if you give your power away by saying, oh, this happened because of so and so, you've just given your power away. You take responsibility for your life and everything that's in it. You're the one in charge. I like that. I like that a lot, where, yeah, instead of blaming somebody else, look to, how did this happen? Okay, I can do better.
Take responsibility.
Exactly.
Now that we've done that, we're taking responsibility another step by being grateful for all that we have.
Absolutely. Ooh, I love that. Love that. Nice segue there. I thought that was good. So with that, do you have your cards with you, or?
No.
Okay, so I have mine. I have the Forest Fae. So we'll pull a card before we close, and being grateful for all those people that, we have hopefully helped along the way. Well, you just jumped out, didn't you? Woo, that was a good one. Be grateful for, everything we have, not just this time of year, but all years. So my lighting isn't that good. All right. What the heck? The Autumn Fae. Oh, this is like on the cover. So go slowly. Oh, this is great. Go slowly and listen clearly for the words of the tree spirits. I love that.
How appropriate.
Right?
It's Thanksgiving. It's the heat of the autumn season. And it's telling you go slowly and listen.
And listen. I love that. I love that. That is wonderful. So with that, everyone, we want to both wish you a happy Thanksgiving, or whenever you see this, happy, and understand again, and please know again that you are unique and beautiful, and without you here, the song of the universe would be incomplete.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Bye.
Bye.